Hey, what's up, everybody?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 spoiler review. You
fun,
heard
baby.
it, baby. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 spoiler review. That's what this is. You know what you came in here for. This is the final installment for the trilogy and the last of James Gunn's movies in the MCU. Wow. This was a hell of an emotional roller coaster that we had right here. Rocket was the main character.
It was his story.
It was pretty much his story.
He needed it, though.
He shined. He shined.
Everybody, all they kept talking about was how bad his past was. We had to see it. We had to see it.
Finally, the MCU finally showed the past that y'all been talking about. I'm not even going to talk about
We're not going to talk about the other one.
I'm not going to talk about it. Budapest got
Couldn't help yourself.
Still never seen what happened. Never will now.
There's always opportunity, but no.
They run out of time fast.
It's not going to happen. But today's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 spoiler review is going to be great because we're here to talk about
one of the great MCU movies of all time.
This thing, it ended with a bang. It was a full circle. It was amazing. We got a lot of closure. It was my favorite word. It was excellent pacing. This movie.
His
favorite thing about it.
It was. The transitions were excellent. The pacing was phenomenal. The spacing in between, great. From highs to lows was perfectly done. From emotional high into action to lows, all of this was amazing.
Next time we interview somebody with like anything around movies, you have to say something.
It's already ingrained in people and stuff. You should know
it's
this.
Really
not. This movie had no dull moments. There wasn't nothing that wasn't meant to be in there for a reason. It was just great.
Yeah, I'm just counting how many times you said pacing. We're at 2 now.
This was a drinking game. That's a drink.
And I'm a lightweight too.
That's what I'm saying. Me too.
I don't say it that often and everything. This was a great movie. It definitely followed the theme of the other ones where they found the value in broken things. And we say that because everybody in the movie was broken and had something about them that they needed healing from and fixing and stuff. And each character, it was prevalent in each character. They definitely showed it and they answered it at the end of the episode, giving it great closure and stuff and opening it up for the next team and the next evolution. I did say it was spoilers, people. Yes, the Guardians do separate in the end. But Guardians continue on because...
we can get through the movie. Okay. All right.
Go.
Well, okay. Now
if that's the case...
We're here. You running the show.
Take it. Damn, early.
Yeah, let him bleed out.
Jeez. Goodness.
Stabs and twists.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, sure it was over.
Before we get to that, let's start off with the
beginning. Too late.
We had a whole
thing.
We been setting up. We've been doing reviews for years the same way. Just jump right to it. The Guardians are over. Not even the right word. They're more like reconstructed.
Exactly. See that?
Can we work our way there, though?
Okay, sure it is. We're going to start off with the beginning there. Go right in.
All right, let's get some cons or something.
Okay, let's talk about. We're going to get the bad stuff out the way. What you guys got for the bad stuff?
Absolutely not a thing. I don't have a con. I thought about it. Maybe like a scene here and there. The graphics could be like slightly better, but it's nothing that like, oh my gosh, it's bad.
But you know what? Surprise! You have a con.
Yeah, because I didn't appreciate Groot not saying I am Groot in the end. I was like, no, he's always saying I am Groot.
That?
I wanted to say don't. But yeah,
that was the con.
That's the only thing I got. Everything else is.
What about Star-Lord's helmet?
Right. What about what's name without having
Drax?
That wasn't a. That's not a con though. That was just.
You brought that up after the movie.
No, that was an observation. So my observations were Star-Lord didn't have his signature helmet on that he normally has for everything, and it's known for in the comics.
I think he was. Can I say something? Right there?
Go ahead.
I think he didn't have the helmet on simply because they had that scene of him, sacrificing himself at the end. to go get his Zoom back.
Yeah.
So if he would have had the helmet on, like that would have been no issue. Come back, put the helmet on, fly through space like he's always done. Keep it moving.
He didn't have his rockets either, his rocket boots either.
Yeah, I think that's all connected to the helmet.
You know what,
yeah.
In every movie, he tried to sacrifice himself. In every movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what heroes. That's what heroes do.
The plan,
you try to find a way to do
Mr.
it
No,
without killing yourself.
Yeah, Mr. No Plan. Mr. I got a plan, but you know I've waited. They mentioned that in the movie as you see it, everything.
Yeah, I always find a way to get out of sticky situations.
Half the time, it's to kill yourself.
It's the most reckless thing possible is what he goes for,
and it works.
And it works out in his favor.
He's saved.
Yeah, he gets saved. Yes, it works out in his favor.
If Batman can do it, he can do it.
You know what? You're right.
But yeah, also, an observation that I had that they also mentioned earlier was Drax is usually known for not having his T-shirt on,
save some money and make
shirtless and everything. So yeah, he was covered up the entire. He had a uniform and everything, you know. Because what was it, the second one or the end of the first one? Even though he had a uniform, he was still shirtless. But in this one, no, he was completely covered. Yeah. Let's get to the good stuff. So, what did you propose?
Okay.
What made this movie unique? Go for it.
It's me. All right. First of all, music is phenomenal.
Oh,
always, always.
We were literally singing.
Yeah.
In one part, almost the whole. It wasn't a lot of people because we went late, but everybody was pretty much singing in that one part.
And I'm not just talking about the songs, the James Gunn, albums, volumes, or whatever, not the mixtape. I'm talking about even the score. Yeah. Like that score in some of the fight scenes were like that. Yeah. That's a pro. Another pro. They had a hallway fight scene. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that fight scene.
The best fight scene.
Oh, thank God. The movies y'all know me. I've always found out most action hero movies always have that middle fight scene and the climax of the movie. And, oh my gosh! And then like at the third act fight scene, they gotta kind of wrap stuff up so it's not as good. But this one, my gosh, everything you had, everything you wanted. You had the group Rocket Tag team up, and he's been down for so long, like because the present day group, not in the flashbacks. He was for the whole movie up until the third act, middle of the third act. He was down because he was the reason why they were flying around. So you had that fight scene. You had Nebula getting knocked out. They break her neck. The joke just stay there. Yeah. And she healing up and shooting them. Oh my! It was just everything you wanted. Right back. Oh, even Mantis got loose. Like, when you get this,
was getting loose in the whole jump.
Loose.
I ain't gonna fake. All her fight scenes.
Gosh,
fighting.
I ain't gonna fake. The thing that I like about movies like that is people who have obscure powers. You like that? How you actually incorporate that into fighting? When you incorporate it into touching people and tell them you're a dog, you dance, you got a lot of rage, and then it works, and you realize.
Oh yeah, that was in the name of that organic science shit. I can't think of the name.
It was organic science spaceship, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a facility.
It's like the company, Oregon.
Yeah,
the fact that she was dogging,
she made one dude with the rage. Like you have rage, and then she jumped on him and used the rage. I was like, come on, man.
I mean,
it's phenomenal, man.
So much stuff that you don't even think. I wouldn't think about her using her powers like that.
The use of Mantis was perfectly used by this one.
Get another con?
Go.
Yeah, the comedy. Fantastic. One of my favorite scenes when they walked into that bioship and her and Drax were walking up and he's like, if you don't know, he's like, you're deeply in love with him. And then you can see Drax like, again. He's like, what's your name? Drax.
Drax the Destroyer.
We gotta go through this.
He's like,
whatever it takes for the team.
This is like always. And she's just laughing. Drax and Mantis' relationship like a brother and sister, it was phenomenal. Really, really good.
He may treat her like fake, like he doesn't like her, but
like brother and sister.
Brother and sister. He real live with a sacrifice himself for her.
Yeah. Matter of fact, at the end, he said, like, "I'm coming with you. I want to protect you."
Even though she had protection, she didn't need it.
She was more like a Targaryen at that. She had
she had 3 dragons.
She had like 3 dragons, like nearest Targaryen. She walked in that joint with 3 of them. Little, I don't know what they're called. I forgot
what battery eating.
Those battery eating monsters from the
Guardians too.
From the first, from the second one. She walked with 3 of those. I'm like, she about to cross the sea, go to Westeros.
Yeah,
she still got 3 dragons.
About to cross the galaxy, baby.
I don't need any of your
You
help.
know what? Yeah, because they don't need ship. They don't need a ship.
Yeah.
They go through the galaxy. Like the first one they left out. Or the first one that came in. So, yeah,
All set and everything. Your pros?
everything he said was good. I mean, for real, the Peter Quill arc, how he was so good, and then how he turned it all the way back around. I've been running all my life, and now all of a sudden it's time to stop running. And now all of a sudden, after part 2, where they supposedly hated each other, now they're really best friends, and he pretty much passed the torch to Rocky.
Yeah.
And that hurt. I ain't gonna fake it, because it was the first time when we thought he was gonna die. That hurt, and then the second time when he said he was gone, that hurt. Both, it was emotional. It hurt bad,
Real bad.
It was bad.
Yeah. The pros for me were the introduction of the new characters. Adam Warlock, how they introduced him was great.
Walk right into the scene.
The amount of screen time he got, the use for him, great. High evolutionary. That was a villain.
I ain't gonna fake
I was gonna have a whole thing about villains. Go ahead.
Yeah,
What do you think?
No, he was a villain. Straight up. That was good. That was a good call of him when he used his villainy and how his actions and like his purpose, what he believed was a good cause, and his line. What was the line he used? There is no God.
Yeah. So I had to step in.
So I
there is no God. So I stepped in.
That the way he saw the world is basically, it's technically what they've been doing in all the villains they've had. All the villains that the Guardians fought in the past movies where somebody wanted to take over the whole galaxy.
Yeah.
Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah. And this one didn't fall off.
He pretty much made his own galaxy with all of the...
Yeah, he was already known. He was a known villain. Gamora was even hesitant of him because of how of who he was. Like, do we want to go? Do we want to go against this guy?
Mantis knew where he was pretty much, so he was known.
Yeah.
I mean, they said certain places called him God because he created his whole civilization.
He
created the sovereign people.
Worlds, people, planets. He had planets that he helped create.
And you know what? Nobody actually wanted to mess with him. Ravagers, and we can't get you out if you get in trouble.
That was at the bioship thing.
But even still, though, that's still his
company.
Yeah, it's his company. They don't want to mess with him.
Yeah.
They know. I mean, when you got Hellspawn that come out and it just gets bad, you know what it is.
Oh yeah. So that was the positives for me and everything. Now, some key moments. You guys got some key moments?
Oh yeah, me. Can I get it?
Go.
Can I get in? Go. Here we go. Key moments for me is the all of Rocket's backstory. Every single flashback. Every part of the flashback telling the story was phenomenal. The first one, everybody, his friends were trying to talk to him. They want to say it's gonna be okay, and he just kept saying. At the very end, he just said it hurts, and then they just wiping up all that. Yes, and then at the end, oh my gosh! At the end, when he finally tried to get to escape, and they were killed, he just went to town on what's his name, High Evolutionary.
Oh, and then everybody did. Yeah,
and then he rolled out. I was like, yeah. Because remember, at the very first Guardians of the Galaxy, he said he escaped from, I forgot how many other prisons.
Yeah.
It was reasonable. The first prison he escaped was the place where they created him.
Right.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. It was just so beautiful.
Yeah, his whole story and everything, that whole backstory, and when they went into each one, and the small little tidbits they were giving you to build up to everything.
Yeah. And then at the end, he said, I'm tired of running. He went right back. Oh, my God.
I mean, he should have. I mean, for real, when you think about it, he killed all his friends. He only had 4 friends for most of his childhood.
That was 3. It was only 3.
Yeah, right. 3. I'm sorry. I was counting him as well.
Yeah.
And they were, I mean, when y'all playing tag in a 2K,
2K,
yeah,
and having the time of your life.
And having the time of your life.
I think we're going to the new world. We're going to make it.
Yeah. And then you find out that you're not going to make it.
Yeah. And then they're going to kill you.
And they're going to kill you.
And well, kill your friends and take your brain. Dissect it.
Yeah. That was a hell of a thing. The key moments for me was the villain.
Yeah. Okay.
Every time that man popped up, it was with purpose and reason, and it pushed the story forward. It was like, I'm here for this moment, which was to improve on Rocket. Why is Rocket so smart? Rocket messed up my face. I need to make the universe better because there is no God.
There's no God. That's why I stepped in.
That's why I came in. I'm creating freaking societies, cultures, races. He did all that. The sovereign who created Adam Warlock was his creation initially. And so were the planet they were on with the man beast to Earth 2. What was it called? Counter Earth and everything. The man had a whole Earth. He replicated the whole Earth.
And you never know how many years.
Every moment.
It was a terrible decade.
No, I think they were still evolving though.
Yeah,
I stand by.
Fast. Had to been fast.
I stand by my statement.
It was a rough time for them. They were in
kids, drugs.
I don't think he should have took it as extreme as he did to blow up the whole planet. But
he's looking
for the perfect society.
So that is not perfect.
There's no such thing as
you couldn't just abandon the whole society, let them figure it out for themselves and keep going.
When somebody comes and sees that he did it, they're going to blame him.
Yeah. I mean, he got a statue of himself up there.
Yeah.
He ruined his own name.
Standards. So we got high evolutionary.
You got to be at least a sovereign.
Yeah.
You got to be at least a sovereign.
Right, you do.
Because he left them alone. He left them to their own devices.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, and she knew. She's like, that's their one. That's like I said, that's their God.
Yeah. And he flexed on him when Adam Warlock came up in. Key moment. And Adam Warlock came up in there and
don't touch my mom. Yeah. He just got the tossing him.
My man's telekinesis and everything. And
well, no, I think he's controlling
gravity.
Gravity.
Looked
kind of like Graviton.
Right, it was.
Graviton.
Yeah. You think he would have been able to do that to Adam Warlock if Adam Warlock was a little older mentally? Still the same thing?
Absolutely. Because he created it, so he would know.
Yeah.
Created a sovereign.
He's at the highest level of intelligence that you can get to. And
outside of Rocket.
I'm about to say
outside of Rocket.
No. It's not outside of Rocket. He just needed to know details. Like, how was your brain able to figure that out?
I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Rocket had him beat.
Yeah. He just had him pique that curiosity. He needed to definitely cut his brain open.
When he cut it open, I think he was going to try to find a way to use it mentally for himself. Like, he knew he wasn't smart.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, I mean, because...
Or just replicate or duplicate it. For sure. Definitely duplicate.
He wanted... the way he was acting with Rocket, he wanted that knowledge that he didn't have. It was like, hold on, you think you're better than me? You know? You think you're better than me?
But he had that probably with everybody.
Yeah. But nobody else is on that level. So, I mean, if you could make a whole entire civilization.
Civilizations. He made more than
right. I mean, but I'm saying just put somebody in there and then they can flourish in 30 seconds except for the anger and this thing that you made that was just... It was just a test. Knew how to stop that anger that you could not stop probably for 10 years at least. You won't feel some type of way.
Yeah. See, I think it's more of like a proudness and scientific. So, like for instance, you have a kid. You're proud that your kid's he's going up to your level. But then we start passing, you're like, okay, hold on. Now I got to reassert myself. That's if you're a bad dad. If you're a good dad, you're just proud, like, oh my God, he's going to be great. I'm going to the league. But if you're a bad dad, like, no, you can never be better than me. And actually, you're out on the driveway trying to back him down with elbows for no specific reason.
Dunk on him.
You'll never be me.
But you know what? Question. And I just thought about this. Do y'all think that he, in a sense, thought of him, in a weird way, as his son, without knowing that he was...
All right, so,
no.
yeah.
No, not for me.
See,
no.
I think he does, but it's more that it's not a good relationship. It's like an abusive relationship.
Yeah, right.
So like you see, like I had
he just didn't understand what it was.
Like for instance, you know how like bad people have kids, and then they treat their kids like dirt, and then they'll do anything. Like like there's drug addicts that will sell their kids, give their kids drugs. You know what I'm saying? We're not even gonna talk about what the parents do in the cults. We're not even gonna get into that. But there are bad parents out there
because of how infatuated he was. He was literally willing to destroy the whole ship just for Rocket. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I don't see it as a father-son bond. I think it was. I just see it as something like it was somebody who was better than him, and he didn't appreciate them being better without knowing.
The reason for that, because there are parents like that, and he also made them.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because he made them, that makes him like I kind of look at, and Rocket looked at him like a father figure.
Rocket did, but he didn't look at them because he
No,
made
think
sure
about
to
it. He was sitting there
he made
with
sure
them.
not to give them names and specifically number
right.
them.
I did forget about that.
89P13.
Yeah, it's like
the 89 badge.
what's the name of the Bird Box? She didn't get those two kids' names.
Boy and girl.
Yeah, she said boy and girl.
Yeah. But hers was clear as day that she did have feelings for him. This one, he never had feelings. He was always
remember when they were doing the math and he was excited.
Yeah,
he was genuinely excited.
And then when he took him to the making sure, that's the sky and all. Yeah, that's music.
Yeah, he was wanting him to evolve and everything to show that his experiment is what he always wanted it to be. You are evolving as I created you to evolve.
Yeah,
he was
that's what I
excited for
said.
that.
Like I said, that's
I don't
like
see it as
like you do a kid.
I don't see it. I just see it.
That's because you had a lot of good, good parents, all right?
They didn't do bad stuff sometimes.
Right? Yeah, you had good parents. Take you down to the inner cities. You're like, I can see what he's talking about now.
Oh my!
You missed that shot. You're horrible.
You never get us out of here.
I should never get us out of here.
You were supposed to be. How?
Let's get into.
Yeah, moving on.
Let's get into.
You know what? We got to use the Tyler Perry movies.
Right.
You can see the bad guys.
What you guys think of the mid credits and the end credits?
Oh, that's where we at now? I didn't know what part we were. All right, so I love that it didn't connect to the rest of the MCU.
Yeah.
First, like the last Guardians didn't do that. You need a break. You just can't force feed us Kang, multiverse. I'm like, all right, bro, we get it. It's coming. Jeez, take a step back. There's other stuff to tell, right? There's other stuff happening other than the multiverse. Let us relax with it. It's fine. I love the end credit scene. You need a break. Just like last time Guardians Volume 2 came out, there was a break because everybody's talking about, what's going to lead us to Thanos, Thanos. They said, look, we're going to have like 4 end credit scenes. None of them, just some good fun stuff that you know what's going on with the Guardians. Moving right along. We'll let the rest of the MCU do the Thanos thing.
Makes it better.
Yeah, it makes it much better.
Makes it better.
They focus on their own movies.
Yeah.
Yes, more you franchises need to do that in the MCU. Because this is the only one that had 3 straight good movies.
And they weren't as connected. Like you said, you heard nothing about Kane. There wasn't no mention of him.
Yeah.
There was no, it's a guy out there. You know, there was nothing.
Yeah.
So,
like, the only time his end credit scenes even had anything to do, or any part of his movie had to do the rest of the MCU, was the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Outside of that, none of the rest of the stuff had anything to do with it.
That's because you were trying to
Thanos was actually in the movie.
Yeah, outside, and outside of that, then what?
Yeah.
Nothing.
They had their own.
But it wasn't a lot.
Yeah,
it wasn't a lot.
Because look, we're in space. We got to make a space movie because Thanos is in space, but we're doing our own thing.
Yeah. Gamora is kind of personally connected to Thanos, so it was kind of hard to avoid that one.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think of the new team that should? Will they show the new iteration of the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Not for a long time.
With Cosmo, Rocket,
Things might destroy them first.
Kraken.
No, I don't think they're gonna show for a long time because
Phyla-Vell.
You got to find somebody to replace
Supersize Groot.
Yeah.
Supersize Groot.
Yeah. Like, so you won't see the Guardians for a while because one, you got to replace James Gunn. You got to make sure they got to at least be Guardians 1 level.
I mean, do you think they even going to try?
Yeah, they got to. But you got people not coming back like
Gamora and Drax both.
Yeah,
not coming
they
back.
both not coming back. Yeah. Dave Bautista and Zoe, my gosh, and Ooh, Zoe. Ooh. So beautiful. So gorgeous. So neat. Anyway, they both said they're not coming back. So, you got... But their story's kind of ended.
Yeah.
But it's because, like, Drax... I want to point this out. Drax's story and what Nebula said to him at the end was beautiful. Like, you weren't made to be a destroyer. You were made to be a father. I was like, that's full circle. Because he only started this because his family was murdered.
Yeah.
So now his real passion is to be a father. You saw with the kids, that was beautiful. Yeah.
He always mentions his daughter. He always mentions his family in every movie and everything. Yeah. You knew he was a father.
My gosh, man! This was the perfect end to the Guardians, man.
Like I said, everybody had their own flaws and everything, and it started off from the opening scene with the opening music, because as he said, the music was
fantastic,
great, and
phenomenal.
Everything. With Rocket, and they were playing Radiohead, Creep, and Rocket was walking through, And that's if you listen to the actual lyrics of the song, it described Rocket to a T and everything.
So, we gonna break it down for
you. It was awesome and everything.
I'm looking for it. I'm gonna find it. I will find it.
Where it was amazing. Every song had a theme for what it was in. The music matched the moment.
Guardians. This is what the Guardians do.
Like perfect. Yeah. It perfectly matched each moment. Yes. Even the last one where they were all finally broke down and everybody started dancing and stuff. So
you know what James Gunn said once? Yeah. This was the last movie. Mm-hmm. He said in the interview, sometimes he picks the song and write the scene to the song.
It showed.
That's a good way to do it.
It showed perfectly. Like it sounds like he heard a song and he was like, I've got to use this song somehow, some way. And that opening one, Radiohead Creep with Rocket was perfect.
Great.
Yeah. And everybody else's flaws were pointed out and dealt with throughout. Even with Mantis, where she needed to find herself and she went into the galaxy to find herself. Groot didn't really need finding. Groot's been evolving in,
Groot's been going to be Rocket. That's never going to end. You remember Infinity War? When he dusted away, he said, "I am Groot." You know what he said?
He said, "Bye, Dad."
No, he just said, "Dad."
He just said that.
Like he was scared, like Dad.
Yeah.
But you see it with the whole thing, even with Rocket about the past, he real life did not want to leave him, and the guy with the thing on his head. Yeah. I mean, that plan was perfect. I hate to say, we always talk about his plans. That plan was perfect. Hey, we don't need you alive. We just need that.
You need that. Yeah. I want to say this. This movie was dark. Yeah. Like, it was dark.
It was a lot of death.
Full-blown emotion.
Like some little bit of animal cruelty in there. Peter Quill, literally.
Cruelty for real.
Ain't no little bit of animal cruelty.
Hey, look.
They didn't show it, but
it was implied. It was strongly implied.
It was felt.
Peter Quill literally killed a man. Killed him. The dude with the thing in his head. Yeah. He jumped off.
Well, Groot actually...
Man, he jumped off with him. He was going to... His intention was going to
do. They knew.
And he left him under the water.
Oh, we've officially found out, even though we already knew, that Rocket is a raccoon. Even though we already knew, he has officially
He said it, though. He finally said it.
Right, that he is a raccoon. So, bravo. Officially.
Did he get all his animals from Earth?
Yeah. It looks like it. Yeah. Anteaters, aardvarks.
Because he had an obsession with Earth. He had a full-blown obsession
with Earth. Making it better.
He's in the comics, he's from Earth. He is an Earthling.
That's what I thought they was going with it.
But this one, he was from space or whatever, because he just kept bringing up how Earth was interesting and he loved our music.
Yeah, he said he went there once. I'm like, well, you look like you met him a little more than once. Yeah. You can't get that many animals. You look like Noah's Ark at the end in that final fight scene.
And like in Guardians 2 with his father, you went to Earth and you found what you were looking for. Oh, and you had to kill her because it was so great there. Oh my God. Okay.
Never leave his dad.
His dad.
There's some terrible parents in the Guardians.
This one, and let y'all how y'all explanation was. This was Rocket's dad. High Evolutionary was.
Yeah, like I said, there's been some terrible dads in the Guardians movies. Thanos
to the memes is on another level with these days. I just need you for what I need you for. That's it. I don't need you to make me feel better as a parent. No, I just need you for this.
Y'all do. I think Yondu was the only good dad.
It was. And he was the one who, at first, we thought was the worst.
What does that tell you about how people will be parented throughout the galaxy?
Yeah, real.
There needs to be some change. Okay?
And Drax.
There needs to be some regulation.
But Drax is the only one. Yeah, Drax is the dad. And they were taken from him.
They took from him. He had to go on a killing spree, boy.
Man, that's true.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to those ratings.
The new rating system?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
The new rating system, all right.
It ain't a 1. It starts at a 6.
No.
5.
No, brother. The floor is a 9.5. That's
no, I'm talking about the rating system.
It doesn't. I don't worry about that. I'm not worried about those other 6 blocks. The rating, the floor is a 9.5. Yeah, if you go past that, then me and you are no longer friends. So it starts at a 9.5, and I'm going.
I feel like somebody's going 9.4.
I'm going 10.
Ooh,
I'm going 10.
Wow.
You find me a flaw in the movie, and I'll shake your hand.
He found 2. They weren't your flaw.
No, according to them, they were observations.
Yeah, they were observations. They were.
Find
Ooh, that was good.
Okay. Al?
Man, I don't. It's not a lot of 10s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is close.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good send off.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great send off to the Guardians. So
it's a perfect send off.
I say 9.8.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right there.
I mean,
I have a lifetime of
this over.
I'm about to. I'm gonna have to go buy some more tickets.
Yeah, I already told 2 other people I'm gonna take it. So.
Yeah, it's a 9.4. What you talking about?
Oh,
man?
I knew it.
It's still greatness. It's greatness. You do. It's great.
He gave Iron Man a 10.
And
you did.
Give this a 9.4.
Go see it in theaters, people. Check our word for it. It is as they said before.
Iconic.
You probably heard it, but I'll say it like everybody else said. This is the best thing that's come out since Endgame. It is pretty.
Yeah, I'm not denying that at all.
That's it. It's a 9.4.
I don't know how you got.
When I watch it again, because I actually do want to watch this one again.
Oh, and you gave that a 9?
I do. There's some things I want to see too.
The guy who never rewatches anything wants to rewatch it again.
I'm curious about some things. I'm curious. I do really want to watch it again. Everything.
Yeah,
so
but
it has the potential to be better. You know, your things you do and don't see for on the second viewings and stuff. So, but right now it's a 9.4. It's great.
We're going to move up.
There's plenty of room to move up and down.
No room to move down?
Plenty of room to move up and down.
Whoa.
There's plenty of room. You can't say that it was you guys can't. I leave open book.
I don't see how.
I leave it open.
Why? You gave Iron Man a 10. What
do you say? Stop living in the past and everything?
I never say that. I say you got to learn from your past.
Oh, okay. All right then.
That's what I say.
All right then. All right. Any final thoughts?
Absolutely.
Watch this twice at least.
This is it's a movie of the year contender.
Yeah.
It's an automatic classic.
That's an issue.
You got to be watching 2 or 3 times. The only movie I'm going to watch more than this year is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It's debatable.
It's not debatable. I'm already buying tickets. I'm going that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
That's strong right there. Al, any final thoughts?
It was a perfect ending. It was a perfect ending to a trilogy. It's a lot of trilogies that you just hope one of them, you hope at least 2 of them are good. You do. This one, all 3 were good, and it was a great ending. And the ending credits and they showing the other ones, it made it better.
All right then,
all
people.
throughout the year, made it better.
All right then, people. It was a great movie, great credit, great ending, and everything. So as always, go to your local comic book store. Go support the comic book industry. Go support everything that has anything to do with comics.
Come here for a second.